First of all, we were at one point in time, long time ago, very long time ago,
yes indeed,
a long distance relationship.
Sure was.
We met on Facebook. And one of those long distance relationships that turned out good. You know, success story.
Absolutely.
I know they all are success stories, but this one turned out to be a success story.
No games, no wasting each other's time.
Well, I think the main thing is you and the person have to have the same ideas, you know, about things.
I agree.
We agree on a lot of things about life and relationships.
And we sure do.
So it worked. It worked.
Yep.
It worked out. So
you remember when I once said that we're so much alike, we're equal?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, we're just alike." I was like, "Oh, we're not alike," but we are. We are a lot alike.
Yep.
He was right. He's right about a lot of things. I think a lot of things in relationships, give and take, and admitting when you're wrong.
Absolutely.
And
yep. I agree.
Admitting when you're
totally.
wrong. And yeah, just a lot of give and take. But we did the long distance relationship thing, and graduated to you know, same state, same household. We share a daughter. Hopefully she'll stay asleep through this whole video. And again, success. He's praying. Because she's a handful. She's a little one. She's a handful. And success story. So, alright. So here's some of the questions you should ask. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's kind of far from me. Alright. I'll do one. I'll do number one. There's 10. 10 questions you should ask. What was your first impression of them? Okay. My first impression of him, oh wow. I thought he was mean. I thought he was. I was a little intimidated by him. He's somewhat, in my opinion, you all may not agree, an intellect, and I'm not. I'm pretty laid back. I really don't, you know, I don't really go to the intellectual when it comes to my opinion. I'm pretty much laugh, goofy, as he says. He's so goofy. So my impression of him was, I thought he was mean, I thought he was too stuck up, and he was, you know, just too serious.
Wow.
And, yeah, all that stuff. And I was like, I don't like him. But, you know, I kept corresponding with him and found out I was wrong. So that was my first impression. What was yours?
My first impression was she's the most caring, selfless person I've ever known, I've ever met.
The train is trolling us.
Oh yeah. Y'all gonna hear the little bullshit train. The train, you closer to the train, it's not even that loud. That's so we're so far away and it's so damn loud.
When we take the baby to the train tracks to let her watch the train, it's not even loud.
Not at all.
We live a ways from the train. It's loud.
Let me wake them up.
Alright, so okay, go ahead. What was your impression? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
That you're the most selfless person I've ever met.
Oh,
The most giving from the heart person I've ever met.
I feel bad for my first impression now.
No, you have no reason to. No, you have no reason to.
Good.
Because like you were right about the part where you're like, okay, I don't think he's anyone I want to be involved with, but turns out
I was wrong.
Yeah, you
wrong. Very wrong.
Absolutely.
He actually happens to be. I think that's another question. But he actually happens to be the most loving, kindest, giving, warmest-hearted man you can. But here's the thing: he's a Capricorn. So anyone who is a Capricorn or knows Capricorns know that they has nothing to do with it.
The goat.
No,
the fish.
Yes, they are very not stubborn, but they just have an instant defense mechanism. And if you break through that, or if for any reason they allow you to get into that, once you're in, that's another thing. Once you're in, you're in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and nobody else gets in. And once, you know, if you're lucky enough to get in, you're in. and you're in for they're the type of people die hard ride with you to the end. But if you're not in,
you'll know it.
You're not in.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Yep.
I wasn't used to it. I was like, and he don't want to get in my pants. He don't want to do this.
Right.
He wanted he wanted to really find out where I was coming from.
Exactly.
And he didn't ask. He was like, "Oh, you'll show me." And then I guess I got in. Yay.
Yep.
So okay. So that was impressions. Okay. Next question. Number 2.
Number 2. How do you keep the romance alive in a long distance relationship? Oh, that's very. I mean, with every person is different. They're to each their own. But how I kept the romance alive was just being me. Just I'm always always being loving. Always, of course, compliments. None of all that. First thing you call a person, first thing you talk about is when the person answers the phone, what you doing? What kind of shit is that to ask someone? Nah, never.
Never.
Bro, I want to know how was your day?
Yeah.
How are you doing? Because I genuinely care. And then we'll go from there. And adults, y'all, you know what it is,
Yeah. I was gonna say lots of communication. Even when you may feel like you have to really, really communicate a lot. Let them know you're thinking about them, and even because they can't read your mind, and they're not there to feel your emotion, and they don't see you as often. So you have to really, really let them know that you're thinking of them. Show it any way you can. Mail them things. Send them cards. I mean, every form of communication you could possibly think of.
May I add something?
Of course.
Cards, the gifts.
Yeah.
Wasn't needed at all.
Aww.
Her love was enough to be felt from Jupiter.
Wow.
I didn't need anything tangible.
Yeah. Well, that's what I tried. I tried to just on top of the communication and telling him every day and showing him. And I'm going to tell you, faithfulness, as far as being long distance, faithfulness can be felt. I mean, a person,
absolutely.
I mean, you could be in the same city, and that person will know by your actions, they can feel if you're sincere about them and wanting to be with them. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, you just try to, be yourself. If you're not really about that person,
you can hear the lies in a person's voice.
Yeah. So if you're really not sincere about that person, long distance or close distance, just be honest. And they have to accept that. Everybody's an adult.
Exactly.
I'm in this city, but I'm in this, and you still want to deal with me or whatever. But if you don't lie.
Only kids do sneaky shit.
Play games. Yeah. So I never gave him any reason to feel any type of way. I know my family asked about with it being an internet relationship at first and long distance and all that. How do you feel comfortable with the person? You just really get to know the person, and then you follow your spirit. Those little intuition, those little feelings you get, they're pretty much a guide you through anything in life.
Don't hold back. Ask,
right?
Because you never told me. You never asked.
Right. Ask everything you want to know.
Right.
Every question.
Not everyone is so upfront with everything, which is understandable.
Right.
It's very understandable. Yeah. Why would you want to tell a person you just met your whole you don't know people try to use things against you in this world.
Yeah. And I was going to say also use every meeting.
Intentions.
That's true. I was going to use every meeting that you have together in person. Use that to get closer and closer.
Absolutely.
We did that every time. Now, as we talked over the phone and we would communicate back and forth on a daily basis, I got to know him a little bit, but it was those moments when we would get together in person. Each time he would open up more and more, and so would I. So that really sorry about that. I was trying to fix my shirt and it went the opposite way. But that was a wardrobe malfunction. Sorry about that. That really, 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 really helped the community as we got to know each other in person. So even though you're long distance, you have to make time to see each other in person. Okay, so enough. We sound like we know what we're talking about. Number 3 is, if your relationship doesn't work out, do you think you can remain friends? If no, why not? As far as I go, I could continue to be his friend. However, I don't think he would continue to be mine because, as I said earlier, now I could be wrong, I'm going to let him ask for himself, but as I said earlier, with the Capricorn, and he's true to his sign. Those of you who don't believe in signs, fine, that's your business. I happen to believe in. When you're in, and when you're not, you're not. And if, for whatever reason, which I can't even think of a reason ever that it would not work, we would just have to be friends. We've already been friends. And we graduated up. We don't plan to go back.
Exactly. Why do people like backtrack? That makes no sense. Like when you were already there, why?
Yeah, we were actually really best. We really did before we became anything else. Once we met and we liked each other. We liked each other on a friendship level, totally.
Absolutely.
Not friend zone, quote unquote.
Right.
But he would talk to me about other females. I would talk to him about the males. The whole friendship thing. We did the friendship thing. So I can't ever see us going backwards. But it never say never. So if it happened, I could be his friend, but I don't know if he could be mine. So okay, I'll let you answer. Go.
Depending on the situation or circumstance, it really depends. That's really one of the questions. Where could you remain friends? Like I'll give a perfect example. Like folk in the past, like whomever, like whether long distance, close distance, why would I remain their friend? I mean, I want nothing more to do with you.
Yes,
if it was all good, we'll still be together. I mean, come on now.
I knew that.
Because I'm not holding on to someone like that. That's called draining someone emotionally. Like da 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 da. I miss you, da da. No, but you fucked up, or I fucked up, or whatever the case was. Why would you want to cling on like the friend zone? I don't believe in that shit.
Right.
I believe people just use that for their own gain and benefit. Like, y'all just got you on standby just in case shit goes sour with this person, that person. No, that person ain't gonna just sit back. I don't want to just wait for you to get your shit together. You got a choice to make. Choose them, or like let that person know. Like, one of my pet peeves in life, like with anyone, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time.
That's right.
Just let me know.
He's right. He never came at me though when we were friends either. Let me say this, guys, who quote unquote are you feeling like you're in the friend zone. If you get put in there, it could be because you overstepped your bound too soon. And that's not one of the questions. But he never came at me. He never came at me trying to be with me. Things just evolved as they evolved. And I mean, I was the one who was like, hey, so where's this going? Yeah, that.
Man, this sweetheart. For you people or men, or whatever you want to call yourself, men, boys, whatever title you put on yourself, that's you. More power to you. But if you are in the friend zone, ask yourself this question: are you in there because you choose to be? Because no one's holding you bonded you any chains.
True.
I mean, why sit there and say, da da da, when we gonna do this? Why you sitting there giving that time to someone asking questions? You got people over here who just waiting to love to get to know you.
True.
But you turn them down for this person who got you in the friend zone. Now you're in the friend zone because you want to be. No one's holding you there. Okay.
There you
go. Number 4. Do you still remember your first meeting? I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
We don't want to elaborate on it though.
Don't want to elaborate. No need.
But yeah, it was magical.
Sure was.
It was very beautiful. Of course, we flew miles to be with each other.
Yeah, that's right.
We both traveled, and when we got there, it was awesome. That's all I can tell you.
It was.
And we knew. I knew. Did you know?
I knew.
You knew.
I knew everything was going to be perfect.
Yeah, it worked out. It was beautiful. I think when I say knew, I mean I knew I wanted to be with him.
Exactly.
After that.
Exactly.
Yeah. All the
same here.
Yeah, everything. It actually. How can I say? It actually
set the foundation.
Yeah, all the other communicating on Facebook, Ubu, all that stuff.
That's one thing.
Was done. Yeah, it was like really, to be together.
Do you want to be real with it, or
get together?
Do I really want this person in my life, or is this just a game? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
if
it's a game, just let the person know that. Don't be sitting there dragging stuff out.
Because you never know. They might be okay with it.
Exactly.
They might not want seriousness in their in their life.
Right.
That might be.
Right.
So yeah. But it was great. It was great. I remember it was beautiful, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hurry up. Last question is number 5. It's 5 more questions, but we may have to. We've been talking for a while. The baby's starting to wake up, and so we might have to stop this and come back. But number 5 is, are you waiting for the day when you will meet again?
No longer, not anymore.
We're together.
That's right.
Same household, and like I said, raising our daughter. So
we've lived it. LDR, long distance relationship, we've lived it, and testaments that it can work. It's possible if the people are meant for each other, and there's no shadiness on either side of the fence. It can work, definitely.
Yeah.
But don't talk about a person if you're negatively, if that's you. You feel what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Or sometimes in life, in a relationship, you might even see things that you once done in a previous time or a previous relationship. So now you may be getting a taste of your own medicine.
Hey, wow.
This person next to that. Whoa. Didn't you do this?
Yeah.
Well, now you're living what they lived.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah.
So be careful how you treat people.
Yeah.
Because you might see it again one day.
He's absolutely right.
Same thing they say with a little off topic, sorry. With children, be careful how you treat them, because you're gonna see that again. And ironically, people who have no good relationships with their parents, when their children grow up, they might. You never know. Never know. So watch how you treat people. God can issue out ass whoopings as far as better than any human being. and lessons, hard ass lessons. Permanent tattoo lessons.
All right. You may hear a little voice in the background hollering, "Mommy, Daddy." Okay. So we have to cut this short, but we'll.
Insomnia, baby.
Insomnia, baby.
That's our heart.
Yep. So we'll come back with part 2 of questions 5 through 10. So stay tuned and
thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Bye.
I was like 4 horsemen.
I like to show my ring. Show my ring. Are you doing 4? Well, how you do that?
I was like,
four. Peace.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
There we go.